Hello everyone, hope this video finds you well today. Welcome back to Keith's Crochet and More. I'm Keith, your host. Let's hop into doing John chapter 6 today. And then hopefully after doing some laundry and morning shopping, I can get busy crocheting on an item and hopefully get pretty far on it today, hopefully. But my plans aren't always God's plans. He can lead me in other directions, so we'll see what the day comes. So starting in John chapter 6, let me get back to I'm just going to do 15 verses of 6 today. We're going to break it up in smaller segments, I think, and see where it leads us from there. After this, Jesus had shared his testimony in chapter 5 yesterday. If you missed that video, you can go back and rewatch it. He shared his testimony about how the Son is of the Father and does what the Father does. So, here we go now into 6, starting in verse 1. After this, Jesus went away to the other side of the Sea of Tiberias, which is... Oops, hold on. I messed up. I jumped the gun here. To the other side of the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. And a large crowd was following him because they saw the signs that he was doing on the sick. And that was at the beginning of chapter 5, if you recall that. Jesus went up on the mountain, and there he sat down with his disciples. Now the Passover, the feast of the Jews, was at hand. Lifting up his eyes, then, and seeing that a large crowd was coming toward him, Jesus said to Philip, "Where are we to buy bread so that these people may eat?" He said this to test him, for he himself knew what he would do. Philip answered him, 200 denarii worth of bread would not be enough for each of them to get a little one of his disciples. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. What are they for so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people sit down. Now there was much grass in the place. So the men sat down, about 500 in number. Jesus then took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated. Also, the fish, as much as they wanted, and when they had eaten their fill, he told his disciples, "Gather the leftover fragments, that nothing may be lost." So they gathered them up and filled 12 baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves left by those who had eaten. When the people saw the sign that he had done, they said, "This indeed is the prophet who is to come into the world." Perceiving then that they were about to come and take him by force to make him king, Jesus withdrew again to the mountain by himself. And that's where we'll leave off for today. As I said in the beginning, I hope this video finds you well. If you're having suicide in honor of Mental Awareness Month, if you are feeling suicidal or need help with the crisis hotline, call 988. And I will chat at y'all later. Take care and God bless. And I love y'all.